Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the side of the multiverse. I'm Ghost, your host, and this is going to be maybe most likely a short stream while I do some more space stuff, or I have to head off to an appointment.
Is it weird that I still get nervous around
Sarah? Come on, Sarah. Talk to me. No, not again. I can't bury another member of Constellation, Sarah. I can't. Don't go. She's gone.
I'm sorry, what?
There's nothing that will change anything now. We should get moving.
Dad! The others are here. We're going to be okay.
I really messed up on this one, friend. Usually the last guy to get outdrawn. Back at you. I don't think I'm gonna be moving around too much for a bit. But I'll be alright. Oh, thank the stars beyond.
He came out of nowhere. Thank you. I don't think I can move right away. But I'll make it. Go on.
You're alive. Krix's ghost can keep waiting. No tears for the old. Got the others to worry about.
Vladimir! Oh, thank goodness! Where's Sarah?
She's gone.
Oh.
We need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure. Just means he's playing the waiting man's game. He'll be back once we've done all the work of collecting the other pieces.
The hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain. Fine idea. Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav drive to anywhere.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after.
Anything I can help you with, Captain?
Ah, yes.
The eye's gone completely dark. I can't reach anyone on the station.
Noel, stop.
Vladimir, get...
He already left. Sarah. Hello.
Who are you?
They call me the Hunter. I'm already on my way. Forget about us. Pack up the collection. Move.
Damn it. Vladimir's right. We need to get the artifacts packed up. And that...
What about everyone on the eye?
Look, I get it.
I don't know how long it's gonna take to pack up the artifacts. Hopefully this will only take a few minutes, if my hands can stop shaking.
If you're going to leave, I'll be barricading the door on your way out. Won't be able to let you back in for anything. Right back at you.
Space. The blackest sea. Where shall we swim to next, O wise and formidable captain?
No, that's the wrong button. God damn it.
We've docked. I'm sure whoever's in that ship will be thrilled to see you.
Dad! The others are here.
I really messed up on this one, friend. Usually the last guy to get outdrawn. Back at you. Oh, thank the stone. I'll be all right.
Oh, thank heavens. You're all right. No time to waste. Let's get going.
You're alive. Krix's ghost can keep waiting. No tears for the old.
He came out of nowhere. Thank you.
So, that... No, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Does that mean Barrett is gonna be dead? I don't like this at all. No, come on.
It went quickly after you left. We held him off while Noel escaped through the basement. There's a door that leads to the well district.
I appear to only be seriously damaged instead of critically damaged. Fortunate. That you are likewise relatively undamaged is also preferable to the alternative.
Barrett. Barrett. It's Sarah. Barrett. We're going to keep going. We'll finish this adventure you started. It's okay. Be at peace. He's gone. We can't change anything now. Come on.
Took you long enough. Noelle, she might still be in danger. There's a secret door in the basement. Leads right to the well district. That would have been the safest route for her to run.
Stay back! Oh, thank God. Thank God, thank God, thank God. I still have the artifacts, but where do we take them?
Oh, there you are. I wasn't expecting you to run to the eye.
You! You're not getting the artifacts!
Yes. Let's see if they can slip from my grasp this time, shall we?
Hi, baby girl. Oh, Hannah, to answer your question, now that I have context and redid a portion, it's the artifact. Altogether, it's called the armillary.
There's a greater purpose to all this. You might have a larger role than I realized. Mistake on my part. Keep collecting the artifacts. We'll meet again. Maybe you'll glimpse the unity and...
Thank the Blackest Sea that you and Noel are safe. And the artifacts? The lodge. So, we slip from the Starborn's grasp, but not before taking a stab straight in the heart. We need to talk locks and bolts. Lodge and the Eye are not secure. Just means he's playing the waiting man's game. He'll be back once we've done all the work of collecting the other pieces.
The hunter, he probably found us because we're somewhere obvious. High-populated area, just like how the Starborn found you orbiting Neon the first time. But the fact that they're competing with us to find the artifacts means they can't get them without searching.
So we put the artifacts somewhere in the fringe, or on something that can slip from their grasp if they do another strike from the curtain. Fine idea. Starborn show up, you can burn helium in one spin of the grav drive to anywhere.
Here, keep the artifacts safe. I guess we'll meet back at the lodge after.
It's done. Let's head home.
I I'm sure they're sad to see you go.
Oh, look at this world. It's beautiful. Just beautiful.
It's a really weird thing to say, Sarah, when there's like ash falling from the sky.
If you were a victim of the recent attack,
attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
We should regroup back at the lodge, see how everyone is coping.
Mateo.
We'll get through this.
Now really
Those
isn't the
Starborn
time.
aren't gonna stop us.
I know. Look, we all feel like we've been kicked into the ground a million times over, but I think I have something. I'm serious. If I may, I know our encounter with the Hunter is the last thing anyone wants to talk about right now, but he said something that I can't get out of my mind. Unity. Do you remember that? Because he was stopping us, implying that we were getting closer to it. The thing is, I've heard that word before. It's an important concept in Keeper Aquilas's speeches.
The priest? Is the Sanctum Universum going to bless our little crusade of discovery?
It can't be a coincidence. The Sanctum has always believed that answers are out there in the stars. Look, I know it's the longest of shots and the biggest leap of faith I could ever ask us all to take, but why not talk to him?
There's no harm in gathering more information. A visit to the Sanctum might actually be quite enlightening.
Thank you. I know it's not much to go on, but something about this feels right. I'll meet you over there.
I've been lost in thought.
No more Starfield have shown up. Yet.
Things are gonna be rough for a while. Lodge has wounds that need healing.
If you need time away from here, I'll understand. We all have to recover in our own way.
We'll get underway.
like this, there's nothing better than a flask of a good English. Coming here is the sort of thing I dreamed of when I was a child. Simply amazing.
I have things for you.
This is United Colonies space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. We say again, respond immediately, or we will be forced to open fire.
fine.
What?
I've got special orders. Weapons online. Opening fire. I've got special orders. Hostility will not be tolerated. I've got special weapons primed. Moving to neutralize suspect.
Captain, our grav driver's dead.
Captain, our grab drive is fully repaired.
I've got special orders. Going in.
All these ruins have certainly stood the test of time.
Interesting. The artifact. Test. Always test.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
advised. You are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Be advised, you have been identified as a known criminal. Respond immediately, or we will be forced to... I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Stand down and prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. I've been authorized to inform you that you are being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information.
Hmm.
Smart decision. Stand by to be boarded and transferred.
Look at all of this. UC SysDef certainly isn't taking the Crimson Fleet threat
Commander's got
lightly.
plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble?
I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk.
Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat.
The prisoner's ready, sir.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. Not this time. So, let me see what we're working with here. Seems you fancied yourself a bit of an explorer in the past. That lines up with where you are now. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. I will, when I'm ready. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDef. Are you familiar with what we do? Actually, we send those out with the H-15 welcome packet, but you must have overlooked it. UC SysDef is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we've barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. Not for me, for yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UCC Steph, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else? Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go.
This is some bullshit. But I don't think I lost my
you
stuff
took
this
the
time,
op
so
instead of serving the time.
It'll be
Gonna the
fine,
commander's good
maybe.
role, huh? Coming in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right? All right, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Pardon.
Okay, hello.
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Blah, blah, blah. This is not my problem.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bolden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Saoirse won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. I don't want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance, and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines. Dismissed.
Howdy.
Hey.
Yes, what?
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden, and with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. We'll be here if you need us. If you need any more information, you should ask before. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Yes?
I picked up. We should have a talk when you have
That
time.
of course, will carry the memory of your visit forever.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. Go ahead.
procedure is complete.
Been washing red here and there all over the station. Grim work. The spanner's torque is what the... Lucky I noticed a pattern in one of those artifacts you pulled out. Here. Never minded the solitude before. And the darkness gets...
I have things for you. When you have a few moments, there's docking complete, Captain.
Stuff. God damn it.
Hi.
If you have any orders, I'm ready to receive them. Marching orders, food orders, tall orders. Just let me get my stool.
That's fucking stupid, man.
Touchdown imminent.
It's good to be out and about. Lives get stuffy sometimes.
Maybe you can get that to point us to the nearest restaurant. Ah. There's something I need to talk to you about.
do this again. Fucking autosave needs to happen right when you come out of the building. Fucking annoying.
I wanted to take this opportunity to thank you. The fact that you risked your life to save me, I don't know what to say. Then I'll say it again, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. My only wish is that my rescue hadn't come at the expense of Barrett's life. He was one of my closest colleagues and a cherished friend. He always knew how to make me laugh. I'll miss him dearly. I really wish I could believe that. Our charter at Constellation has always been to analyze the unknown, but rarely at the expense of our members' lives. Yet all the while, I've been cavalier about taking risks and pushing the boundaries, not appreciating the true cost of my actions. Had I not pushed so hard to pursue the Starborn, perhaps none of this would have happened at all, and Barrett would still be alive. Of course I can. Damn it! Why is this happening to us? We're explorers. Our curiosity pushes us to seek answers to life's mysteries. It's one of the core traits of humankind. Yet in return, this is what the universe throws at us. Beings from God knows where who are trying to murder us. Why? What have we done wrong? No. I refuse to allow Barrett's death to be attributed to bad luck. It isn't fair. The question is, where do we go from here? Do we stop exploring? Stop pushing the boundaries? Take a more aggressive posture towards the universe? I don't know where to begin. I suppose you're right. I just hope we don't make the same fatal mistake twice. Well, I suppose that's all I had on my mind for now. It was a relief to get all of that out in the open. I'm sorry I got so angry, but I assure you, it's nothing personal. You're the only one I feel comfortable talking with about these things. Good. Because I expect this won't be the last time I intend to cry on your shoulder or scream in your face. Well, we have a long road ahead of us. I suppose it's high time we get back to work. Mind if we stop by the waterfall on this trip? I could use a few moments to unwind.
Exactly. It's like...
When... Keeper Aquilus? Can we have a moment?
Oh, Mateo. It's been too long. How are your parents? Your mother still struggling with that azalea garden?
No, she figured that out a while ago. Had to adjust the pH levels in the soil. But, Keeper, I didn't come to catch up.
Oh, well, what's on both your minds? Oh, yeah. How humanity comes together, how we are to love each other even as our universe becomes even more complex.
That's not exactly what we mean. Keeper, when you talk about unity, well, does it mean anything else? Something secret?
Perhaps we should talk about this inside. Now that we have a little privacy, why don't you tell me exactly what it is that brought you two here?
They're like nothing we've ever seen, Keeper. Gravitational distortion, sub-audio harmonic sequencing, unidentifiable energy fluctuations.
I caught half of that. So, these things are unusual? Even in your experience? There have always been mysteries that seem to defy our understanding of the universe. Beyond rational thought. We enter life as an act of someone else's faith in us. There's no way of knowing who we will become, and yet the risk is made anyway. So you've pushed into the unknown, not knowing where it would take you. And it's brought you here. I think I can. If you're willing to find your way in the dark for a bit longer, I can give you a path to discovering its meaning. There's an old story, far older than the Sanctum Universum, of someone who walked the settled systems and saw every corner of it. This pilgrim claimed he found the true meaning of unity. I always thought of it as just a parable for trying to bring humanity together, but maybe it's more. In my story, the pilgrim met the founders of the House of Enlightenment and the enigmatic cult of the Varun, and he gave them each a part of the truth. Then he goes to his final resting place to live out the rest of his days in contemplation of infinitum addendum, his addition or contribution to the infinite. But what if the story isn't a metaphor, but a code? A way of finding the pilgrim again, or at least his grave. Yes, something must be there. I just can't put my finger on it. Maybe the answer will become clear when we have more. The House of Enlightenment and Varun have versions of this story. The Enlightened work out of the well here in New Atlantis, helping the poorest citizens find a better life for themselves. Varun worshippers are more enigmatic, but there is a lone zealot that was captured recently for attacking UC ships. I visited her a couple of times. Hopefully she'll be willing to talk to you as well.
I'll stay here with the Keeper. We need to catch up. And I wouldn't mind asking him a few more questions.
Might not be Genesee, but this ship is starting to feel like home.
Struts retract. Let's get out. Apogee kick complete. Orbit steady.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please. Okay. No.
You see that scientist out in front of mast? Staring at trees? Sounds upset? Whatever it is, can't be that bad, right?
A visitor? I have all the company I need. He knows not the truth. He sends another to ask more incessant questions.
Perhaps you should hear us out before you decide to cast judgment.
The Great Serpent waits in the shadows. He will entwine the universe, and all but the faithful will be made as dust. That is the truth. No more, no less.
Anything you could tell us would be tremendously helpful.
Yes, I have spoken to your keeper about this. I will tell you what I told him, and then you will leave me. Jinan Varun meets the unbeliever. He gives false prophecy to Jinan. But such is Jinan's conviction in the Great Serpent, he does not hesitate. He cuts the unbeliever down. But the unbeliever returns. Jinan realizes the Great Serpent is testing him, and he will not be found wanting. 4 times they fight. Over 120 rotations of the planet they are on. Remember these 4 battles, Jinan, the unbeliever says. Remember these 120 rotations. But Jinan knows this is blasphemy, and delivers the killing blow. That is all. Then we are done. Leave me.
Contrary to what you might have heard, UC security personnel are good people. And Sergeant Yumi just happens to be an old friend. Ah, I've always liked that statue. It's beautiful, isn't it? I wonder what the artist was trying to represent. Something for you.
I'm so behind on
My mother wanted me to be a doctor. A doctor?
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks. If it's about the financial or food assistance programs, we are backlogged. Don't worry, we're doing everything we can. Oh, we're not. Sorry. Can I help you?
We don't mean to be intrusive. Any information you could provide would be very useful.
Listen, I've talked about this with him a ton of times, and there's no record of a Unity pilgrim. But since you both insist, our early records are mostly administrative. Humanitarian projects, group counseling notes, charity expenditures. But there is a series of exchanges the founding members recorded in a lot of detail. It's the closest thing I have to what Aquilus is describing. A man walks into the first House of Enlightenment. The founding members just call him the Drifter. So they think he's a charity case at first, but no, the Drifter asks them a bunch of questions. If your philosophy is built on an individual's own morality, what about the second person? That second person might disagree. Isn't the problem of two what you're really looking for? And the founders respond, each individual must understand how the second person lifts them up. All of human effort is a story of cooperation pushing us forward. And it kind of goes on like that. He comes back every week for a year. Same conversation every time. Second person this, the problem of do that. Honestly, I think the founding members made it all up. There was a little more hesitation being openly atheist in the early days. I think they were experimenting with writing their own scripture. Fortunately, that got abandoned pretty quick. After the records of the Drifter end, you never see anything like it again. Always happy to help. If you'll excuse me, I've got a lot of aid efforts to coordinate.
How are you holding on?
I'm hanging in there. Right now I've got a few fires I have to put out at work, but hey, if life were simple, it'd be boring, right?
I hear Geppetto has started making real robots.
Wow.
Hey, at least if the robot learns to lie, we'll know by the size of their nose.
Rudy, if you join the house, we could.
I heard they have a ring.
Much obliged.
Moment.
What a silly baby.
My brother works at Stroud Eggplant.
I like people watching. Can you imagine how many credits flow through this place? Figuratively, of course. It's a shame House Varun abandoned their embassy. I bet we could have learned a lot from one another.
Oh, you're back. What did you learn? Was there something hidden in their stories, like we thought? Planets are often named by number. That second might mean the second planet in the system. What else did you learn? If there really is a location the Pilgrim wanted us to find, those do sound awfully like coordinates. Was there anything else? Yes. What he added to infinity. Maybe that points to a name. If we're looking for his resting place, we'd need to know the name of the star system, wouldn't we? Let's see. We have something that could be coordinates. Something that could point to a planet in the system. But what's the name of the system? Infinitum addendum. What if we break down the parts? No systems named finite or add. That just leaves in and dumb. Well, that's certainly how I feel. Yes, that's it. The second planet in Indum, at 4 and 120. That's where you'll find the Pilgrim's resting place. And from there, maybe you'll find the true meaning of unity. Before you go, you've now spoken to many different perspectives in our universe. In a way, you'll be carrying their philosophies with you on this journey. I know you're looking for a specific unity, but if you had to guess what it was, what interpretation would you give it? Ah, but what makes something like that holy? Gravity is also a force that brings things together. Should that be sanctified? And so you think this word unity describes a similar miracle? The processes of the universe are all in accordance with some greater intent.
With all due respect, gravity is no miracle. There are solid scientific foundations for it to exist.
Well, I won't keep you any longer. This has been fun, I have to admit. Go, find your truth.
Wow, you look completely different.
I've flown across most of the settled systems in all manners of spacecraft, and yet I still get sick on the mat.
People joke, say those Varun zealots worship.
I picked up the engines.
Let's see what's on this ball.
Can I help? I thought you'd never ask. Here.
Fine, okay. I'm going.
Whoever lived at this homestead seemed to have settled in for the long haul.